Pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Ito Smith, his first carry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
A first down carry for Smith. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A give to Smith out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now Flores off the play fake. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Flores looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. but how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone in.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now Allen. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from a yard out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 59 yards. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Flores, off play action. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they try the right side here. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 36-yard
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Allen going to try and throw on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will knot us up at 10. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. The throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And here's Flores on third down. Past the 20. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big 30-yard play on third. They'll toss it to Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 62 yards. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta. Looking to throw. Flores.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Flores now. From the gun, he'll throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard 1st half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Flores letting one go deep for the end. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to regain the lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To the air, Allen. And that's complete to Adams. And he's out right at the 25. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Page. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And going deep for Hill. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
45.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Result of the play, 1st down and 10.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. To throw is Flores. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by McManus is good. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 10 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Smith trying to run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith taking it in as his guys have now moved out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Tack McKinley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Moore, 65 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And going deep for Hill. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Come on, baby.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all out.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now Ito Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a third down.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Now Flores operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 32-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Pulled in at the 24. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Back to the NFL scoreboard for a second, third quarter in Indy. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Flores throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to give it to Ridley. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the
19. 45. And it's getting that home.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Go, go, go. Jim. Alert.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Hey, turn it up. Kill.
Here we go on 4th down. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
57's the mic. Watch 57. They gonna need some therapy after this. 57.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
First down, Falcons.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Flores. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Allen, they complete it to Hill. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now a handoff looking right. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Allen now looks to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tevin Coleman. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We got work at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Single. Check. 22.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw. Flores. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Allen to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. To throw again on second down. Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Big plays back and forth just continue. Both offenses excelling.
And I hear the excitement in your voice while you're calling this game. This hurts my soul as a defensive player, watching these teams go up and down the field and put points on the board.
Do me a favor the rest of the way. Sit back, relax, and just appreciate the offensive dominance that's going on out here.
I'll give it a shot.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, but it'll be second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43.
You got to be ready. Don't be scared of it. Done. Spot.
Now Allen throwing again. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, home. 45.
From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about you. Throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
On first down, Smith. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
57 mark.
They'll run it again with Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards there and a first down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On second down, here's Smith. And an alley to run. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Falcons, it was...
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count them. Then I'm